What's up, guys? This is Dax McClellan, and in this video this week, I wanted to give you the 5 best portrait tips I can give you guys. All right, you guys ready for this? So I'm not gonna give you like looking over my shoulder, like watching me tattoo, but I'm gonna give you the 5 core things you need to look at and audit in your own system. So number 1, let's get into these. Number 1, it's going to be education, okay? You gotta have the education. You gotta know how to do portraits, all right? If you don't know how to tattoo portraits and you don't know how to draw them, or there's a mix between the two, there's a disconnect between the two, and you're a tattoo artist that wants to do portraits, you need to get that connected, all right? You need to enroll in my program, the Realistic Portrait System Training Course. That'll solve all those problems. Or you can sit there and do and practice doing trial and error for years if that's what you want to do, or jump into my program. So that's the first thing I can give you. Second thing would be to draw them before you tattoo them, and that means draw every single one of them before you tattoo it, because every portrait, every face is different, and practice makes perfect. So the more you do something, the more repetition you do, the better it's going to come out every single time. Okay, so have the education, have the knowledge, and if you don't have the education, make sure that you pursue and get educated, all right? Second thing, it would be to draw the portraits. Third thing, okay, is the mindset. You got to have the mindset, and actually, success with portraits, success with anything in life is about 20% mechanics and skills and 80% mindset. So you got to have the right mindset. You got to believe in yourself, and you got to commit to doing what you got to do to succeed. You got to want to do it, and you got to believe you can do it, okay? So the mindset is the third thing. Fourth thing would be supplies, okay? You got to use quality supplies. If you're still using cheap supplies, or you're still mixing your own gray wash or doing this or doing that in order to save money, you got to check yourself, all right? Quality supplies equals quality tattoos, and you can't do quality portraits if you don't have quality supplies. Maybe you can, but you can't do them consistently, and it'll only become easier with better supplies, okay? So you gotta get good supplies. Fifth thing would be to create systems, all right? Create systems. Create systems in how you do everything, from how you do a portrait to how you set up your tattoo palette, to how you talk to your customer from when they walk into your shop to how they schedule. Also, your aftercare instructions. Create systems, because when you create systems, what it allows you to do is eventually you don't have to think about everything involved in that system, because it becomes repetition. It's almost like you're on autopilot while you do it. So if you're on autopilot while doing a portrait, guess what? There's no more confusion. There's no fear, because it's repetition. You know every step. When you're confused about something, now you can be influenced by procrastination, fear, negative beliefs, things like that. So the more you create systems, the more clear from point A to point Z you can be, and the better your portraits are going to be, okay? So there's 5 things, knowledge, major key. Drawing them first, mindset, supplies, and creating systems. We're even going to add another one, all right? No excuses, all right? This comes down to the right mindset, but it's something I have to stress in most of my videos. No excuses. I don't care if you don't have enough time. I don't care if you're too busy, if you don't feel good, if you didn't sleep long enough. I don't care about any of those. If you want to do great portraits, you have to stop saying those, all right? Let all that bullshit get out of you. Take responsibility for yourself and realize if there's a want, there's a way, okay? If you really want to do portraits, you'll stop making excuses and you'll do what you got to do whatever it takes to make it happen, all right? So this is Dax. I hope you enjoyed this video, real short one. If you like it, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Comment what you think below. Also, if you got questions you want me to answer, I got my email address below. Send me an email. Just make it brief. Make it about a paragraph, specific to the point. If I like it, I'll share my answers in a YouTube video. Also, we have different resources. We got free resources. You can also pay for some of our training programs. You can buy my new book, The Savage Way, in the links below. So, once again, Dax McClellan, and we'll see you next week. Peace.